It's great to be with you. It's returning back again. And, I'm pretty excited to share something with you. 2 weeks ago, I reviewed the eGrip by Joyetech, this little stealth weight in my hand here. Small, tiny little fella. Fit it into my pocket. Coin pocket, mind you. No problem at all. And I had a lot of great things to say about it. By the way, this cost me only 195 ringgit 90 cent, which is about 56 US dollars. 2 weeks later, I've got fantastic things to say about this little film. I'm just very excited, that's about it. Because I ordered this small little tiny guy right underneath the device, which is called an eGrip RBA. That means you don't have to be using their stock coils. You don't have to spend money buying their stock coils, which comes in fives. You just build your own coil and put in your own cotton, and that's it. You're off to a good vape. And it's a fantastic vape, I mean, don't expect it to, have vapor like you'd be vaping on a RDA dripper or anything like that. But for this small little device, it sure can perform, and the flavor is excellent. That's what we're going to be checking out today, the eGrip RBA. Just let me show you, a vape from this little RBA right down here. Got it at about 1.3, 1.4 ohms, around there. Put in some cotton in there, and my favorite 12 milligram Rocket Sheep Enterprise e-juice there. Let's see. Nice vapor production. Got the flavor and everything. Oh, it is just bliss, I tell you. Okay, we're going to go into the close-ups. I'm going to show it to you up close, the RBA that I have here. And then we're going to do a coil in there, a simple micro coil, which is about 1.3, 1.4 ohms, because the recommended resistance you've got to have in here with your own build is 1.2 ohms. So we're going to do it at 1.3, 1.4, just to be safer, right? And then we come back, we're going to vape on it, talk about it again. All right, catch you later. All right, just a quick look of the eGrip RBA. This is the box that it came in, and it says here eGrip RBA base, Joyetech. All the markings as usual, just like any other packing. Take it off, then you have your RBA here. We're going to put it aside first just to show you the spares, some O-rings, and also Kanthal wire, the blue screwdriver, and some Phillips screws here just in case you lose the Phillips screw. Alright, so this is a good thing to just keep aside. Some free, what it called, Kendo, Kojendo, what it called, cotton here. And also 2 micro coils that's pre-coiled for you. Alright, so taking a look at our eGrip RBA here, that's the way it looks, comparing it to the disposable atomizer that comes in a pack of 5 if you want to buy them, or you can just dispose it and then change to a new one. This is how it looks. The eGrip RBA has a big air hole at the back here, which is pretty airy. This one doesn't have any air holes here. Okay, this can be removed. You have one piece here, and you have another piece here. Also can be removed. The sleeve. And you have your deck here, which is very similar to your K-Fun deck, except it's much smaller, so it's a little bit fiddly, but it's worth the while to do your own coils, and it vapes really well. Okay, so you have 2 holes here, one here on each side, so that you can put your wires through the hole and pin it down, but it's kind of impossible to wrap your wires around the screw because the screws are very tiny, so you have to just put in through the holes. Get your coil sitting across the air hole here. Alright, so what we're going to do now is just do a coil. I'm going to put this aside. This is 28 gauge Kanthal wire, and I'm going to try and do 10 wraps, get it to about 1.3, 1.4. Okay, 2 millimeter drill bit, which is what I have here, 2 millimeter drill bit, or 564, some of you want to call it. And you have your 28 gauge Kanthal wire. Do 10 wraps and you will get about 1.3, 1.4 for sure. Alright, so I'm going to just put it in here right now, tighten up the wire, and do 10 wraps. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Alright, so that's 10 reps there. Alright, so once it's tightened, just gonna adjust it in. Okay, so once that's done, what we are going to do is, because you won't be able to fire it and pinch it once you've installed it. Okay, so we're just gonna pinch it and we're gonna just fire it. Alright, that should do it. Hold it for a while, and now we remove this, and you have your micro coil there, looking kind of decent. Not exactly the best looking micro coil. Little screwdriver, and straighten out the wire. Okay, let's work on the deck right now. Okay, so you have this here. Put your coil in the middle where it's supposed to sit. What you want to do is try and roughly gauge the length from your coil to the hole and a little bit more to get into the hole. 5 to 6 mm probably. So I'm going to just snip off from here. Alright. Okay, so that's the length. Throw the sides away. That's all I require. This short little length here. I'm going to do the same for this side as well. Alright, just cut it, twist it, and it comes out. Throw that aside. That's the length you have there. Alright, so once you put it in there, you know it's going to be in the center, and that's going to go in. So what you want to do is get a tweezer. Alright, just take about 2 mm from the ends here. Okay, take about 2 mm from the ends here, and just hold the center, turn it in, and likewise this side, hold the center, take a little bit from the ends, and turn it in, and there you go. Alright, just make sure they're nice. This one, put it a little bit in, just make some adjustments of your own. Alright, there you go. Get it in the middle. Okay, put one side of it, of course loosen up your screws first. Get your wire. Okay, get the hook, the end there, get it to the middle. Get one side of it inside the hole. Once you get it into the hole, just push it down, hold it, and just want to take a screwdriver, tighten it. Okay, tighten one side, and then get the other side. Just push it in, you see it? Just push it in. Now you tighten the other one as well. Alright, once it's tightened, that's your micro coil in the middle. Make the adjustments. Alright, now I'm going to just pull it up a little bit from the deck, about 2 mm, straighten that out. So that's your micro coil. Alright, you want to get your pins, what called tweezer, and just pinch it first. Alright, so once that's done, that's your micro coil. Alright, and what we're going to do now is get some cotton on the other side. Not too tight as usual, just a little bit of tension is fine. I'm just going to cut here, snip it off. Alright, so next you want to just get a little screwdriver and push it in, push the cotton back in. All right, so once you've got that done, you're pretty much got everything sorted out. That's your cotton with your micro coil in there. All right, sitting very nicely. Now you want to just get this portion, the sleeve, push it down, and just screw it back in very gently, finger tight. And you see the juice holes at the side here. Those are your juice holes, one on this side and one here. That's all together, I think about 4, yeah? 4 juice holes. So that's your micro coil with your cotton in there. Very nice. Last but not least, you want to just take this top here, close it back. Once you've got everything, well, that's your eGrip RBA. Just pop it in back to your device and you're all ready to vape. You know, you're dealing with small, tiny little object like that. So something, if I want to warn you about is, you know, when you're doing your coils and all that, yeah, they're all very, very tiny parts there. But if I can do it, I mean, I've got fat fingers. If I can do it, I mean, you shouldn't have a problem. You just have to have a little bit more patience and, you know, get the wires in, you know, screw it down and all that. But it's worth the while. It's worth the tinkering, I tell you, because you're going to get a great vape. It'll be much better than the stock coils that you buy, that, you know, the 5 in a pack kind of thing. And also the fact that, you know, you're going to save a lot of money as well from buying all the coils and have a great vape. Pretty good airflow there. And pretty airy. You can do your lung hits. All right, so I'm going to show it to you one more time before we call it a day. Until I talk to you again, vape safe and Happy New Year.